Welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. Today is a Bitcoin and altcoin overview, and we're going to be starting with Ethereum. So Ethereum, I've been talking a little bit about how it's been hitting its 38% Fibonacci level here, and when it finally did hit that, it's been breaking pretty high since then. It's up to 0.02 Bitcoin today, which is really nice, and it looks like it could be breaking out of its downtrend now and starting a nice uptrend. So I have a long position on Ethereum right now on my margin trading on my personal account, and I have pretty high hopes for it. It looks like it just barely hit its first 38% fib level right here, and it's kind of playing around and testing some levels. It has 3,500 Bitcoin in volume, which is just insane. No, excuse me, 35,000 Bitcoin. Yeah, 35,000 Bitcoin in volume, I believe. That almost doesn't seem right to me. Yeah, that's insane. 35,000 Bitcoin in volume. So that's pretty good volume. It's looking nice to me, so I'm gonna keep my long position on Ethereum, and it is up 21% today. So my long position, I put my long position when it came down to test this low again and then broke high. Almost sold out when it came back down to 1.6 here, because Bitcoin was making its run, and I thought it was just gonna lose its leverage against Bitcoin. But I decided to wait and see what happens, and I'm glad I did, because as you can see, it's just been making some nice run today. So that's good. Ethereum is looking good today. Now let's look at Litecoin. Litecoin, I was telling people to buy in on Litecoin in my last video, and sure enough, it looks like it's finally making a nice breakout of its downtrend and coming to test some first Fibonacci's here. I have good faith in Litecoin. I mean, I don't really see why it wouldn't be a good investment. So I have long positions on Litecoin, on my Bitfinex, and on my Poloniex. So I'm holding those, letting them run up some more. So that's nice. It's got 758 Bitcoin in volume. So that's a pretty good uptrend breakout pattern. I'm keeping my long position. It also looks like a pretty good time to buy, just because it's coming back down a little bit right here. And so breakouts generally do that. They hit a low, they break high, and then they come down to kind of a lower point here than an uptrend normally would. Now let's check out Syscoin. Oh, and by the way, it's down 1%, Litecoin is. Syscoin is doing some interesting things. It came up to test this first level here at 2,600 Satoshi, and it came down pretty hard after that, but broke high again right back up to 2,400 Satoshi, about where it's at right now. So I'm holding my long position on Syscoin. Obviously you can't margin trade it, but I'm holding my position on Syscoin. So it's a pretty nice uptrend, I think. So I'm gonna see what it does. If it breaks below 1,600 Satoshi, or it's 38%, I might just sell out. But for now, it's a pretty good investment. And it's been jumping up about between 1 and 2% today. So right now it's only 0.037%. MadeSafe is up 2.7% today, and MadeSafe actually went below its 38% fib level, which I was not expecting, to be honest, and came to test this level right here, and has kind of just been oscillating after that, up and down and up and down. So I don't really know what to think of MadeSafe. I'm still holding my position, just mainly due to the fact that I bought in clear back here, so like I'm just holding my position, and I sold some of it out when it hit its high. So I don't know, we'll see what it does, but it's kind of interesting to me that it went below its 38% fib and has been oscillating. That kind of, like, generally speaking, on my uptrends, I like to see it hit its 38% fib like Ethereum did and not break below it and just start to break high after that, because that would be an uptrend confirmation in my eyes. And so this in particular did break below the 38% fib and has actually been hitting the 38% fib, going up and breaking down a little bit every time it does. So I guess I'm just gonna wait and see on Made Safe. I don't really know what to think of it right now, but it's been interesting to watch. Now let's check out Dash, which is down almost 1%, well, about 0.5% right now. And Dash, I'm still holding my position. Came down to test its first Fibonacci here and broke high since then. It's just generally a good investment in my eyes. I think it's a pretty good technology, and I don't really see it losing its uptrend grip, or, you know, its uptrend leverage, or whatever you want to call it. I feel like it's going to continue. Now let's check out Factum, which is up 5% today. And people have been asking me what to check for a good buy in Factum. Well, this 23% Fibonacci level would have been a pretty good buy. I had some buy orders set there, and I personally think that it might kind of break high again now that it's hit this level. It's had some pretty nice volume. It's kind of beginning to uptrend, but I want to see it break above 0.0035 Bitcoin before I would consider it breaking out of this this downtrend here. So that's my thoughts on Factum. I mean, like I said, I had some buy orders right here when it hit this low, so I have a little bit of profit from those, but not anything generally to speak of. I only bought about 15 Factum, if I remember right. So, but yeah, it definitely has uptrend potential, so I'm holding my position on Factum still. Monero, I have a long position of 25 Monero on margin trading, and I'm actually not profiting on it because I think I put it on right here when it was hitting the 38%, and I don't know, I'm gonna hold the position for now. I am losing a little money on it, but I also have just some XMR. You know, I have about 50, I think, XMR in my personal Poloniex that I just have in the exchange account that I'm just holding. So so I might close my position and take the loss, especially if it starts to break much lower. But it could start to uptrend again, and this bottom was just so hard right here that I don't really see it going below that bottom, and it's kind of testing the same level that it did right here. And with Bitcoin going clear up to 470 this month, I could see how a lot of these altcoins might downtrend for a minute and test levels that you might not expect them to, and then continue on their uptrends. So I'm holding my position on Monero for probably a day or two, see what it does. If it breaks below 0.0017, I'll probably sell out, just because that would be, especially since it's a margin position. I won't sell out my exchange. I'm just going to hold most of my exchange positions like infinitely long to see where they are, 10 years from now. But this right here could be a 1, 2, 3 bottom forming. I know I said that up here, but it didn't form, obviously. It broke below right here. So this could be the same thing happening, but if it does in fact successfully create a 1, 2, 3 bottom right here, then I'll be glad I held my long position, I'm sure. So normally I wouldn't hold my long position, normally I'd just close it, but I'm gonna hold this one and see where it goes. By the way, it's up 6% today. BitShares, I have a long position on BitShares that I'm profiting on. It's up 3.4% today, and if it comes down to test this 400 Satoshi range, I would be very amazed. I really don't think it will ever go below 400 Satoshi again. I could be wrong. BitShares has kind of a giant history of downtrending and making a bottom formation, uptrending, and then breaking below it again. You can see how it's done that quite a few times. But, well, 2 times to be precise. But this was a nice hard bottom and an uptrend, so I'm holding my position. You can see it hit this level right here, and it's just kind of figuring out what to do. With Bitcoin having so much grip today, oh, Ethereum's up 25%. That's nice. That's good to see. With Bitcoin having, going clear up to 470, having all this volume, and then coming back down to 451 right now. A lot of these coins, this is important times in Bitcoin and altcoin trading. They're making really important decisions of where they're going to go, where their trend is going to continue. So it's really good to be just on here a lot and watching them, especially if you have, money that you're risking. It's a good idea to keep an eye on that. So Expanse is up 10% today. This is kind of wild to me. It's been breaking pretty low after this. So after this point right here, it just continually broke low. But it still hasn't hit this level right here at 0.00052 Bitcoin. And that would be the first support level I would see it hit on a downtrend. So if it does in fact hit that support level and break low after it hits that support level, we might need to wait a little while before we start buying Expanse again. But it is up 10% today. Dogecoin is up 2%. I swear it's been flatlining at basically 50 Satoshi for weeks now. And I mean, I don't really know what to think of it. It's kind of interesting to me. It's been doing a little oscillation here, up to 64 Satoshi, down to 48, up to 57, back down to 48. But it wouldn't go below this 46 level. So this could be a 1, 2, 3 bottom right here, or continuation 1, 2, 3 bottom it's called, because it's not a new low, it's a new low on the uptrend. So this could be a continuation 1, 2, 3 bottom. And if it breaks up to this 57 Satoshi range, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more Dogecoin, sorry. And it has this nice history of just straight downtrending, but it still hasn't gone below this 20 Satoshi that it hit back here August 7th of last year. And so August 7th of that might be August 7th of 2014. I'm not entirely sure how long this chart is, but that would be August 7th of 2014, because here's August 8th. So it still hasn't broke below. that 20 Satoshi it hit August 7th of 2014. So it could be making an uptrend pattern here. I mean, Dogecoin is generally people look at it as a joke, but I mean, half these cryptocurrencies are jokes. You can go create a cryptocurrency super quick on a website. So if it has value potential, why not make some money off of it, is the way I look at it. I don't care if it's called Doggy Coin or Dogecoin or however you want to pronounce it. If it's gonna uptrend, might as well make some profit off of it, is the way I see it. So Digibyte is up 5% today, almost, and it's kind of hitting these important technical support levels at 65 Satoshi, and it's been uptrending since December 25th. I don't really have a lot to say about Digibyte. I mean, I have some, but I don't really know entirely what to think of it. It's kind of a wild coin, honestly, in its chart patterns here. It's just came up and made these two little hump patterns. So, looks like a big camel, but I don't know. I'm gonna hold my position, but I don't really know what it's gonna end up doing. So Ripple is up 1% today. I was telling people Ripple was a good buy because of this hard bottom, came back down, and then came over here. Just pretty consistent volume. It's been uptrending pretty hard actually since it hit this. It came to test its 23% fib level here. It's kind of been oscillating between 23 and its 38% fib level. So I'm keeping my Ripple personally due to where I bought in. A lot of whether you should keep a coin or not is when you bought in, because it's better just to sell out if you've lost a little money and wait for it to kind of decide, you know, so you can get a better idea of where it is gonna go after that. And you know, so it's just generally good to hold your position. Here's Bitcoin, and it's been uptrending since March 6th when it hit its low at 389, and it's been uptrending pretty nicely since then. Came up to hit its high at 471, and I have this horizontal line here at 455 because I knew that this would be the first area that it would go test on its uptrend, and after it broke low. And you can see how it kind of jumped around right here at 455 on its way down too. Its low was 435, which is also the same horizontal line as over here. So that's pretty interesting. I didn't notice that before. And I have my alarms set at 459, or it really should be set at 460, just because 460 is the first area that it hit. But yeah, 459. Oh, well, I guess that's actually right. 459.62, and 445.52. So those are my two alarms on its uptrend. I generally think it's going to continue on its uptrend. I'm a Bitcoin enthusiast myself, and I believe in the price potential of Bitcoin. So I'm holding my position. I have nice profits already, generally because most of my buying happened before the uptrend was even really confirmed as an uptrend. But this is definitely starting to tell me that Bitcoin is creating a nice uptrend for itself. I mean, it has been uptrending since clear back of October of last year. So it's been uptrending since October of last year, and I just think it's going to continue on this nice breakout. It was downtrending so long. Once it hit its first real high, it just downtrended for a very, very long portion of time after that. And I feel like it's finally starting to break high after that. So I think it has really good price potential in the future. Anyways, that's pretty much my thoughts on Bitcoin and these altcoins today. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a nice day. Thank you.